Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary peoples. This is Bronson's By Any Means Necessary Fantasy Football Talk for Friday, November 11th, 2022. Happy Veterans Day. I know I said that in my last video. That's because I didn't think I was going to record today. Sorry, I gotta itch my leg. It's really bad. I got eczema on one very specific place on my body that, man, itching. It's just all the time. It feels so good to scratch it too, like it's really a phenomenon. But yeah, I didn't film any content yesterday because I wasn't feeling great yesterday. I was really tired, and I went to the movies. I wanted to watch the movie I wanted to watch on Wednesday. I went yesterday to watch The Banshees of Inisherin, Irish movie with Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, and for being a movie where nothing really happens and it was all dialogue, it was actually pretty good, and hard to understand what the hell they were saying most of the time. But it was okay. I'll give it 3.5 out of 5. Well done. Two really good actors who, made the dialogue interesting enough despite no action. So now it's time to go watch, probably not today, but Wakanda Forever is out this weekend. I think there might be other movies out. I don't know. I'll have to look. But I know Wakanda Forever. Black Panther 2 is out this weekend. So I'll have to go see that soon because I'm pretty excited for that. So yeah, yesterday I slept. I went to bed early for me lately. I was in bed by 11 o'clock. Didn't have the best day Ubering, but that's because I wasn't feeling super great. I think I made $100. I had a $100 day though, just barely, which was not my goal. My goal was a $150 day, but I'm up. I'm rested. I feel rested for like the first time in like a month. So I can actually go out and maybe do some breakfast Ubering today and get an early start on my potential $200 day today. Let's see. My goal for today is 175, so I'll see if I can pull that off. Yeah, today I found out at UPS, which I'm very pissed off about. I have to work the night shift starting next week because of peak season. So like for the last couple of weeks I've been asking for volunteers. Apparently nobody volunteered. They asked me twice. I told them no both times. I told them I do not want to come in at 12:30 in the morning and work until 7 a.m. or whenever the hell we're done, because I have other things. I want to sleep. I already don't get enough sleep coming in at 4:30 a.m. And so it was supposed to go, they were taking volunteers, and they said they wanted 10 people. Okay, so they said they wanted 10. Obviously didn't get 10 volunteers, so now it's everybody lowest on the seniority list, and they went up to 14 people, I guess. So somehow I'm still in the bottom 14 on the seniority list, so I have to do this shift whether I want to or not. And it pisses me off because when am I going to sleep now? Because I usually am out Ubering until midnight, and now I have to go to UPS at 12:30. But when the fuck am I supposed to sleep? I guess I'm going to sleep during the day for the next 6 weeks, which, I have other things I would like to do during the day. I'd like to go, I would like to have errands to take care of. I'd like to go to some Blazers games, but I'm not going to be able to do that because I'm going to have to be working every evening now at UPS, at Uber, and then UPS, and then I got apartments to apply for because I don't know if I'm going to take this one. As I just got word today that my moving cost will be $1,900, but I think they're assuming I'm moving in on the 1st of January, which I do not intend to do. I was thinking the 9th, but if it's gonna cost me that much money, I'm thinking maybe the 16th would be the best. That way I hopefully get the first month of rent half off. But still, I don't know. There's another apartment complex that I'm looking at. Then I'm gonna go have my friend do a tour of tomorrow because I can't obviously do it myself. It's a cheaper one. So it's in a completely different part of town too. It's in the southeast, so kind of close to the airport, but not really. Well, not a very central location, but it looks like a pretty nice complex. A little bit less money because of the location. You're far from, the hub of the city. There's also, it's out by the military base. That's where it is, which is southeast, but I mean, airport location kind of, but not exactly the same place. So it'll be a complex full of, Air Force guys, whatever. Means it'll be safe though, right? So I don't know. I think I'd rather live out there anyways because it's just saving money. Just as I was saying, I wasn't tired, right? I might need to take a nap anyway. But yeah, pretty pissed off at UPS. But the positive of that is I'm making a lot of money at UPS, and I intend, so all that UPS money I'm gonna have to use to move. So I will be trying to save as much of that as possible. I'll probably use it. I do want to go on one more trip this year, so I'll probably use it to buy some plane tickets and stuff like that. But generally speaking, I will save it all, and then come, Christmas time, we'll see where I'm at financially, and then I'll just live off my Uber money, which is basically what I do anyways. It's just the last couple of weeks I've had to, I had to live off my UPS money as well because car problems, trying to catch up. Anyways, let's get to the football stuff. That's what you came here for. This will be my wide receiver. I'm trying not to talk with my hands, so I'm trying to keep them crossed here. You guys can't really see that, but that's what I'm trying to do. And my Viking shirt. Wide receiver spikes and Yanks. I'm actually really impressed with this list this week. I really don't have any spikes or Yanks. I'm pretty content with the top 30. There's just one guy I'm yanking and one guy I'm spiking, and that's it. So, but I'll give you the top 30 list, and there'll be no Panthers or Falcons on it. Which that's another reason I didn't want to film yesterday, because I was like, they're not really, Panthers and Falcons don't have a whole lot of fantasy relevant players at these positions other than Cordarrelle Patterson, who I don't think he did much yesterday, but he probably going into the game would have been someone I would have considered top 20. So hopefully maybe you started him, flexed him at the very least. And then Dante Foreman had a much better day than I would have anticipated, but he would have been a flex option for me, probably top 25 for me. I did start him in one league actually because I got running back concerns because Joe Mixon's on bye, and then Aaron Jones is hurt. And I don't know if I can trust Aaron Jones this week. So I went with Foreman. I played Foreman over Jones, and I think that's probably going to pay off for me. I don't foresee Aaron Jones having a game like Dante Foreman did yesterday. Well, let's get to the wide receivers. Here's your top 10 list for week 10. Wide receiver ones, we got Tyreek Hill versus the Browns. He's your number 1. Number 2, Cooper Kupp versus the Cardinals. Number 3, we got Stephon Diggs versus the Vikings. 4, we got Justin Jefferson at the Bills. So we got Diggs against the Vikings, and Justin Jefferson, who replaced Stephon Diggs. He was actually taken with the pick that we got from Buffalo for Stephon Diggs. So Justin Jefferson at 4 5, we got Devontae Adams versus the Colts. 6, we got AJ Brown. I do not like how this is, like, it's, my phone is centered, but it doesn't look centered because of this ceiling. That's annoying, and there's nothing I can do about it. All right. AJ Brown 6 versus the Commanders. 7, we got Jalen Waddle versus the Browns. So again, both Dolphins wide receivers are in the top 10, and Jalen Waddle's actually moved up the list to 7. 8, we got DeAndre Hopkins at the Rams, who he will be seeing Jalen Ramsey, who has given DeAndre Hopkins some trouble in the past. 9, we got Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Bears. Amon-Ra St. Brown is probably going to have a huge target share. And then 10, we got Deebo Samuel versus the Chargers. Your wide receiver 2s for week 10, we got 11, DK Metcalf at Tampa Bay, which is actually in Germany. It's not in Tampa Bay. And then 12, we got CeeDee Lamb at the Packers. 13, we got Mike Evans versus the Seahawks. 14, we got Amari Cooper at the Dolphins. 15, we got Juju Smith-Schuster versus the Jaguars. 16, we got Christian Kirk at Kansas City. 17, we got Tyler Lockett at Tampa Bay. So both Seahawks wide receivers are in the wide receiver 2 line again. 18, we got Chris Godwin versus Seattle. Chris Godwin has definitely not lived up to what I thought he would be when he came back from his injury, but he did come back a little early, a little faster than anticipated. So he probably isn't really 100%. It may not really be 100% all year. Well, until the end of the season, maybe. In the playoffs for us, kind of like Joe Burrow last year. So we're still kind of just hoping that it comes together for him. Still on the wide receiver 2 line because of the volume. Like, he did have, what, 10 catches last week or something? Didn't do much with them, but he did 10 catches is 10 catches. You know, in PPR leagues, that's huge. That's 5 extra points. So, still on the wide receiver 2 line despite the lack of production. 19, you got Chris Olave at Pittsburgh. 20. What the hell was I about to say? 10? 20. Yeah, Terry McLaurin at the Eagles. I think I was thinking like 20. I was putting 20 and Terry together, maybe. I don't know. That was weird. Wide receiver 3s, 21 through 30. You got Joshua Palmer at the 49ers. He's at 21. The assumption is that Keenan Allen's not going to play again. He hasn't practiced all week. Getting a little ridiculous. I think us fantasy owners have had Keenan Allen 1 week this season. Joshua Palmer had a really productive day, surprisingly, last week. So the anticipation is that he's going to do it again. We'll see. Having him as a high-end wide receiver 3 is probably fair because he hasn't done anything like that before. So we got to see it again. 22, we got Alan Lazard versus the Cowboys. Alan Lazard. I feel like I really butchered that. I didn't really enunciate that one too well the first time. 23, we got Michael Pittman at the Raiders. Michael Pittman's really dropping down the rankings because of the Sam Ehlinger situation, but with the coaching change, there is a belief that Matt Ryan could start again, and that should help Michael Pittman's case, but at this point, I don't think we know. It's Friday, so I guess I should have looked into that. If Sam Ehlinger and Matt Ryan's going to start, would completely change everything for Michael Pittman. 24, we got Deontay Johnson versus the Saints coming off a bye for Pittsburgh there. So the assumption, I think, the hope for all of us is that Pittsburgh figured something out to get Deontay Johnson more involved and more productive. 25, we got Devontae Smith versus the Washington football team. 26, we got Jerry Jeudy at the Titans. 27, we got Gabriel Davis versus the Vikings. 28, we got Brandon Ayuk versus the Chargers. 29, we got Rondale Moore at the Rams. And 30, we got Adam Thielen at the Bills. Adam Thielen makes the top, squeaks into the top 30 despite the presence of T.J. Hockenson. And I'm not complaining. I'm not yiking Adam Thielen at all. Good top 30. My only yike for the entire list, really, is Devontae Smith. He's been trending down a lot lately. Dallas Goedert's been trending up. Devontae Smith trending down. Devontae Smith is a very distant third option in the passing game for the Eagles right now. It's really hard to trust him even as a flex. At this point, I would bench him. He's not in the top 30 for me, but who I'm spiking into the top 30 this week is rookie George Pickens of Pittsburgh. He's a 35 for the week. As has been noted by me several times, there's a huge connection there between Kenny Pickett and George Pickens. It was established in training camp in the preseason, and once Kenny Pickett got out there on the field, George Pickens' stock has skyrocketed. Chase Claypool is no longer in the equation, as we all should know. He was traded to Chicago. So George Pickens' stock is like Amazon right now. It's like hotcakes right now. It's just buy George Pickens. I think he's in the flex conversation against the Saints this week, especially since I do believe Marshawn Lattimore is still out. So that's who George Pickens would see primarily, because Deontay Johnson is more of a slot guy. So Deontay Johnson wouldn't see a whole lot of Lattimore. But I still like Pickens. Even if Lattimore does play, I like Pickens because he's going to see a large target share, and Kenny Pickett looks for him. He's a priority option for Kenny Pickett. So Pickens, I would put in my top 30, definitely. Knocking Devontae Smith out of the 25 spot, moving some guys up. I'd probably put Pickens, I wouldn't put Pickens super high, but I would put him ahead of Thielen at 30. And that might be it. I might put George Pickens there at 29. So low end wide receiver 3 in the flex conversation. Probably a decent flex play. And yeah, like I said at the top of the show, pretty good list. Pretty solid list. Impressed. Don't have a whole lot of commentary on it. So I can't believe I just made a 17.5-minute video about a list that I'm content with. So I'll do running backs probably later today, I'm sure. Later today. I don't plan on going to the movies today or anything. I'm just pissed. My EPS, I'm pissed. I knew I had to come in early for a peak, but it's usually just an hour early. It's like instead of 4:30, 3:30. I didn't even want to do that, but I was prepared to do that for 6 weeks because I've been through this routine before. I know how it's going to work. I knew it was coming all year, so I was mentally prepared to do it, even if I didn't physically want to. But 12:30. Pissed, but yeah, I guess that's all I have to say right now. We'll see what happens today. Maybe I'll have more to talk about when I do my running backs later, but for now, I decided if I'm gonna take a nap, because usually Uber is not super busy until 9:30 or so. At this point of the day, it's kind of pointless to go out there because it's really slow. And so I don't know. I think I just need to find something engaging to do, either mentally stimulating or physically stimulating, and I will be awake. But because I just got done watching Netflix, and then doing the quasi half-assed research for this video, it wasn't mentally stimulating or physically stimulating. So, but standing up here kind of waking me up a little bit, and yeah, I don't know. But peace, love, and nacho fries. I'll get to running backs later. Good luck. Have a great weekend. And be safe. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.